Hey Trans and Atlantics, and welcome to our fave part of the weekend. Yep, it's the Tube Weekend Edition. What's in store? Well, how about taking a deeper look at the stories that made our week? Good, good, let's do it. And with me to do the talking are the Tube Chief Editor, Yaron Tenbring, good evening.
Hi.
And Amit Kling, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Lovely, let's start. You wouldn't know it from the mainstream media being all swept in the World Cup frenzy, but not everyone in Brazil is happy about the World Football Championship taking place there. The web is currently the main outlet for Brazilian citizens to pour out their rage against their government. It is also the place to celebrate the commercialism of the World Cup. Go Nike, go!
Zlatan! Zlatan! Look! Hey, Zlatan!
I was Zlatan.
Whoa! Does the manager know about this?
Let me guess, same as last week? You sure you don't want a perm?
Kidding me?
I'll take that.
No, it's too easy. That's better.
Goal!
Yay.
Yay! Yeah, I'm not gonna even notice that this thing is happening, but that's me. So, it seems a lot of people are angry at the World Cup, Yaron. Why?
Well, you've seen this animation by Nike, who's already had like 25 million views or something on YouTube. And it's like, what is that? I mean, they take the stars of the national teams that are signed to Nike, of course, and they make it into like this super team that'll be much better, of course, than any other national team because it's all the stars together. And it's all about Nike or Adidas, and it's increasingly so. I mean, from tournament to tournament, it's becoming more about the war of corporations and which corporation has which stars, and less about, you know, the game. And I think
I think exaggerating a little bit.
No, not at all, not at all. It's so extreme that people are talking, and I wouldn't exclude it about the fact that some stars will go further than they were supposed to, because of corrupt judges and because the top organization organizing the games is corrupt. FIFA is one of the most corrupt organizations in the world, and it kind of takes the spirit away from the games. And we're going to talk pretty soon about what happened to the people of Brazil because of these games.
Okay, before we go into the people of Brazil, Amit, do you have some? Can you lift my spirits here, or are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not a positive guy. What do you want from me to do? I'm Mr. Negative usually. Seriously, I mean, I'm going to drive your spirits further into the ground. It's not just the World Cup; it's everything. So yeah, no surprise there. You know what? You're how could you be surprised that an event of this size could actually be progressively more taken over? All corporations are figuring out what can we get our tentacles further to dig into.
I don't know. The best the best athletes in the sports in the world are competing one against each other.
Oh, you naive child.
Okay, okay. We have like half a minute to talk about the people of Brazil, Yaron.
Tens of thousands of people have lost their homes because of these games, and police are like in tens of thousands of policemen are in the streets of Sao Paulo
and how much of
and
the
Rio de
national
Janeiro.
budget is pouring into that when their education system is a mess,
exactly.
their infrastructure is a mess, but the stadium looks amazing. And you know what? In Qatar, it's going to be so much worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna wait and see. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, earlier this week we've interviewed the delectable Noah Maiman, an Israeli filmmaker and actress residing in Los Angeles, who made a unique web series titled Toolkit for the Rape Victim, based on her own experiences. Let's take a small peek at it.
You're not alone, and it's not your fault, and you've not done anything wrong, but carrying it on yourself alone. If you just went through rape now, let's go check yourself. If it's not checked right after, there is almost no way to prove, and I really want us to change that. It's not a full recovery, but there is a way to make it better. There is a way to stop punishing ourselves for something that we're not responsible for. When I was 5, I was sexually abused by someone who worked in our house. It lasted a few months, at least in children's time. It felt like forever. He told me he has a secret game with me, and if he'll tell anyone, he will kill me. So I didn't say anything. One day my mother told me he would take me to my piano class, and I burst into tears and told her.
Okay, Noah was here this week. It was super powerful and intense. Yaron, do you think such a series can actually make a difference?
Yeah. I mean, I personally know some sexual assault victims who watched the series, and I watched it myself, and I think it's very minimalistically and very smartly done. I mean, it's really like this one-on-one conversation, as if a friend is talking to you. It's very intimate. It doesn't have like flary design, and it's not trying to be television. It's not trying to be like wowing you. It just tells you a story and suggests all kind of ideas. And as I said, I personally know some people who watched it, and it helped them to understand many things and also to seek further help.
On a larger scale, I think I like the idea of taking the issue of mental health and sort of bringing it back to be a community issue. You know, it was taken over by professionals for, 150 years now. Mm-hmm. And maybe we're starting to figure out this is not always the best way to go. Maybe just joint, interpersonal support is sometimes better than professional. I'm not trying to chuck psychotherapy out the window. I'm not. But sometimes maybe this is better.
Because some critique is that it might be reckless and dangerous, to go that way.
I think that it's more dangerous because, psychotherapy's stature in society makes people rely on it absolutely. And I think this is more of something you don't watch and just, go with it 100%. But this is an opinion. This is a voice. This is not total. This is not presenting itself as science. Mm-hmm. So I don't think so. No. Reckless would be to claim it's scientific, it's proven, it's 100% successful. No, this is just another way to deal with it.
We talked about online therapy just a few weeks ago. There's an Israeli startup in New York that offers such a service, and I don't think it comes to replace real therapy. I mean, it's like an addition, and I think, as Amit suggested many times, going to a therapist is just part of the work you should do, but actually talking to your peers, your friends, your family might be as important.
Yeah, and in this case, it's just listening to someone's story and knowing that you're not alone, which has a lot of impact.
And getting a lot
involved, which is
money
so
is not involved, and you get a lot of good advice. You know, it's not like therapy that you should do this and that, but some good advice.
Okay, so thank you again, Noah, and let's move on a completely different subject. Love it or hate it, Electronic Entertainment Expo, you know it as E3, of course, is still the biggest gaming industry event in the world. So 1 year after Xbox One and Sony PlayStation 4 were unleashed on the public, where are we going with it all? We're going to play with little puppets. That's where.
When you touch these amiibo to the Wii U gamepad controller, you will see these characters come to life in your games in many different ways. Amiibo will expand the gameplay experience of supporting titles and bring about new types of fun and new ways to interact with your favorite Nintendo characters. But since it's probably difficult to imagine how Amiibo will expand your experience, I'd like to show you. So let me explain using the first of many upcoming Amiibo-compatible games. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, which will release this holiday alongside the first series of Amiibo. Now, when I talk about figures and Smash Bros., fans of the series will probably think of this. This was the opening video from Super Smash Bros. Melee. The original concept behind this series is that figures come to life and do battle all on their own. Don't you wish you could have figures like these?
Don't you wish you could have figures like these? I mean, what are these little figurines?
I would not, dare to suggest buy and collect. This is just another series of collectibles. You're actually paying for a username now, which seems kind of ridiculous to me. I'm sorry.
So what are we talking about? Well, is there something technological, innovative about it?
They're gonna just steal money from people. That's basically it. I mean, it's really important because people should be aware that their kids are gonna demand not just one figurine, but all of them. And it's a really smart marketing push. And we've seen it being successful before. Like there are many different games that are already utilizing this marketing strategy.
Yeah, this is expanding on the in-app purchases system where you would buy something for $3, for $5, for $10. It's a small sum. It's not like shelling out $60 for a new game. You just drip it. You buy one every week. You don't notice it, and the money goes.
Yeah, well,
sad.
Well, you know what? The fact that we're talking about the little figurines, maybe it means that, no big announcements yet at the E3. Does that represent a crisis in the gaming industry?
That's a bit of dramatic statement, I would say. I know you are. But seriously, there's no crisis. I think we're a year after the big announcements. Now the games are starting to roll in. There are some very nice ones. They're
yeah, nice, but not exciting.
Not huge.
Not exciting and not huge. And I think we haven't seen a big breakthrough in gaming for a very, very long time. So it's a conceptual crisis. It's not a financial crisis.
No, but let's start looking away from E3 to see the new concept. Let's look to the independent designers. That's where the stuff is going on, and that's. Now the gaming industry is finally where the music industry's been for a long while. Interesting stuff goes on in the underground. At some point, the big companies figure it out, buy it out, and drain it of all happiness and joy. So they've done it, to music for years, various genres. And now they're going to do it to indie developers. But people are still going to be making music, making games. I'm not, I
don't know. I'm still waiting for a game that will wow me and make me regret my recovery from game addiction like 12 years ago. I haven't seen such a game in the last year. I mean, I haven't seen a game that went me...
Okay, but still, something except the little puppets from the E3 convention. Can we talk about any of it?
I'm liking No Man's Sky, as many people are. It's buzzworthy, and I'm...
Expand what it is,
What's going on is it's sort of a space exploration game that is sort of can remind us of old games like Privateer. Very open world. It's a procedural game, which means it's generated randomly or semi-randomly as you play. And, the suggested scope... Now, I've learned to be careful when viewing the promises of a really open world. It's often not as big as they look. They just, blow it up as a marketing strategy. Frankly, if they make it as 50% as big as they promise it, it's still going to be pretty huge.
Enough. Okay, well, let me know, and I won't buy it anyway. Let's move on. Remember the hashtag? Well, throw it out. Remember the hashtag? Throw it out the presenting window. Wait, what did we just say? Oh, the next video will explain right away. The world needs a new symbol to capture the sentiment of a whole generation. Let's do this presenting thing.
Take a look at this pound symbol.
Now known as a hashtag.
Get it out of here!
This is a percent symbol. However, from this day forth, it shall be known as a fuck year.
Now, by applying the year, you're telling all of your friends who obsess over social media that they can shove it.
That sounds great, you might say. But how do I use it? A fuck year operates in much the same way as a hashtag. You place it in front of a bit of text that someone has either said or implied and post it as a comment. For example, take Samantha here. Hi, Samantha, welcome.
Hi, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, Samantha here has just received her 5th notification of the day from her 8th grade bestie out at brunch.
What the f***? Just eat the damn waffle. All you're doing is making me hungry.
Now is the perfect time for a f*** year. And while it might only appear like this, trust me when I say it's going to feel like this.
your brunch. God, can't you just enjoy a damn meal?
Yaron, super shortly, can that become popular?
No, it's too rude. I mean, but it's very funny.
I love negativity.
I will use it with friends for sure, but not on TV.
Not on TV.
No.
And you?
I would love to use it on TV. Can I use it on TV now?
No, you can't.
You can't use it on TV.
But
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much. Log on to our Twitter and to our Tumblr. It's you24. We're going to put all cool videos. No percentage because we love you. And always remember, I have new underpants. Well, new to me. Why is that my sentence?
Because that's an Emo Phillips joke,
Emo
man.
Phillips joke. Okay, and goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you Monday.